It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Oh, God.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. You know, we frequently use the term DTB on this program. We tell guys to dump that bitch. And many of you have. Many of you are living happier lives. We've talked to those of you who've done it and are feeling better about yourselves. Many of you have called in to thank us for what we've done for you, and you did all the hard work. A, you lived with a bitch. B, you went and, like a man, dumped her. So you deserve the credit. But there are many of you out there right now who are still living with bitches. Many of you. There could be any number of reasons why you don't dump that bitch. You're married to her. Eating costs a lot of money. You've got kids with her. In some cases, you're not married, and the reasons then tend to be different. You're a young guy, and you've never had it this good in bed before, and you're afraid if you dump her, you'll never meet another chick again. Your family likes her, and therefore you put up with it. You're a complete and utter pussy. There's any number of reasons why you tolerate it. And so what I wanted to do with you this hour is, if you are dating, living with, or married to a bitch, I want you to call in and tell us in what ways she is a bitch. And the reasons you haven't dumped her yet.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I can't believe that men are so concentrated on women's appearance. I mean, come on.
Are you just finding this out now?
No, but to hear it on your show is, like, appalling.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Yeah, the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Ryan on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
I'm okay.
Well, I'm a 22-year-old sailor, and my wife is a major bitch.
She's a major bitch. Was she always a major bitch?
No.
When did it start?
2 weeks before the wedding.
2 weeks before the wedding. Now, am I to understand, based on some data I see here on the screen, that you had a kid before you got married?
No, it is not my child.
She has a child. So you married a single mother?
Yes.
And you're in the military, and she knew she could dip right into the goodie bag of benefits you get?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh-huh. And so it was 2 weeks before the wedding, and she started acting like a bitch. Why did you marry her?
Security.
For you?
She's got a house, she had a car, she had good credit. I mean, come on.
Well, wait a minute. You're in the military. Are you telling me you can't take care of yourself? I mean, you can protect our country, but you can't take care of yourself?
I can take care of myself. It's just that she's got a house, and I don't like living on a ship.
So you married her so you could live in her house?
Well, that, and I kind of liked her at the time. Now I just, it's kind of hard because I want to go out, play hockey, I want to go hang out with my boys, and it's always a fight for it. It's always a fight, and
well,
this is about it.
She got what she wanted. She got you and your collection of benefits.
Yep.
So why do you stay?
Same reason, security, just so I can have some place to live, and because it's getting better, but it's got to get worse before it gets better, I guess.
It's not getting better. It's getting worse. You just told us.
Yeah, pretty much.
So why do you stay?
I have no idea.
Well, why don't you get out?
Because I don't know. I want, a part of me wants to, and a part of me doesn't. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's just my brain or.
You're not even in love with this woman.
Well,
you're not.
Okay.
Are you?
Sort of.
That's not in love, pal.
Yeah, I know, Tom.
You're not in love.
Yeah, I know. I just do it because it's convenient.
It's convenient.
Yes.
You know what? I mean, how about you just how long are you going to be in the military?
I'm going to do 20.
20 years. So you would marry a complete bitch who, by the way, like every Seattle single mother, is likely to get pregnant again.
Mm-hmm.
Then end up owing her for the rest of your life.
Well, according to some people that I've heard, that even though I live in the house now, I still have to pay child support for her kids.
Well, that could happen, but she'd have to go after it, and they'd have to. I mean, it doesn't necessarily happen. It is not automatic. But I'll tell you this: the longer you stay, the more likely it is.
Okay.
So how about you get an attorney and see what your options are?
Might be an idea.
I mean, why stay with a bitch?
I don't know.
To live in a house?
Well, I kind of care for her, and I kind of care for her kids.
She's a bitch.
Yeah, I know, Tom.
Why do you care for a bitch? What does that tell me about you?
That I'm a dumbass.
Right. I say that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason to be in love with a bitch. Don't you deserve better than that?
Yeah.
Well?
I don't know. I think I was just a kid, and I think I've learned my lesson about marriage.
Well, and you know what? You need to go hire an attorney tomorrow.
Oh, that's kind of a problem because I'm broke.
Pal, it's money well spent.
Yeah.
Besides, since you don't have a child with her, it's going to be a lot easier and cheaper than if she gets knocked up. By the way, have you been using protection?
Oh, yes. She's on the pill, and we barely have sex anyways.
And when you do, are you wearing a condom?
No.
This is somebody who already got knocked up once before. How do you know she takes the pill every day?
Because I see it in the bathroom, and I look at it.
Yeah, no. Do you jam it down her throat? How do you know she's not flushing them down the toilet?
I don't.
That's my point, pal. Don't be duped.
Yeah.
This is exactly what can happen. Hang on a second, Mike. What do you want to say here to Ryan?
Hello, Tom.
Hello,
What's
Mike.
up?
Not much.
How you doing?
Okay.
Hey, man. Real quick, Ryan. Hey, man. I'm going through a separation right now, and you said it's convenient just to stay at the house. I'm in the Navy also. I'm telling you, man, get out, dude. I'm dead broke every month, but I have my own place to stay, and I'm not at home no more, man.
Yeah, I hear that.
You know, that's what you got to do, bro. I mean, I don't know what rank you are, but, hey, if it's worth it, it's worth it, man. Don't stay home.
I hear that.
Tom, thanks, man. Hey, all the stuff I'm going through right now, my separation, 3 weeks ago, my friends told me to listen to you, man. You are my savior.
Oh, Mike, thank you. Thank you for that. Hang on a second here, Ryan. Q, what did you want to say here to Ryan?
I was trying to tell him if he stays married to that girl, being in the military, once he retires, he's going to owe her half his check.
Yep.
So
I hear that.
That's another reason why you want to go ahead and get on out of there before anything happens. But go ahead and pay your child support, but not pay child support and your check for the rest of your life.
And by the way, she'll continue to own that house after you're gone and after she takes half your pension check. You ever think about that, Ryan?
No.
Then the odds of buying a house on your own be even slimmer.
Yep.
So you think Q makes sense here?
Yeah, he makes a lot of sense.
What are you waiting for? How about tomorrow you go out and hire a divorce attorney, even just for a consultation?
I got free legal. I could talk to him.
Well, then why not do that?
Yeah, I think I might.
All right, hang on a second here. Q, thank you. Let's put Shannon on. Shannon, what did you want to say here?
I wanted to tell him, he's a little...
what if he is like, you're a sailor, you're on the ship, you know, you're on the road on the ship 6 months at a time, you know, and you're calling her a bitch. You know, she hasn't seen you for like that 6 months, sexually neglecting her. Are you not giving her any money? Not allowing her to go out with her friends like you say you would go out with your boys?
Oh, she goes out anytime she wants. I don't say a word to her. She spends money the way she wants. I don't say a damn thing to her.
How old is she?
27.
How old?
27.
And how old are you?
22.
Okay. My boyfriend right now is 48. I'm 33 years old. We don't go nowhere unless we're together. I mean, he can go out and do whatever he wants to, and...
I guarantee you she's macking on some guy when she goes out. I guarantee it.
Well, my boyfriend says the same thing. Whenever you're out in the ship for about 6 months at a time, he guarantees she's probably out cheating on you. He said he lived in Virginia Beach, and, you know, and the sailor's wives are the most fun of all, but you have to think of this. You're on the ship 6 months at a time. She doesn't get to see you. Sit down and talk to her and try marriage counseling before you decide to, you know, end your marriage.
Yeah, we're trying that.
I mean, you had to have married her because you loved her. There had to have been something there because you loved her.
He said he married her because she had a house.
Well, I mean, I loved her.
Well, why are you telling me that, Ryan? If you married her because you loved her, why didn't you say that?
Well, I loved her at the time, but she got mean, like I did something wrong to her or something, like somebody...
Ask her. Say, what did I do wrong? Is there something wrong? Then am I not sexually satisfying you? You know, after, you know, bring toys into it, do something, but why call her a bitch? Ask her flat out, what am I doing wrong? Because I would like to work on our marriage.
And Ryan, where does she go at night, Ryan? When she's going and can do whatever she wants, where does she go?
Well, and if she does go anywhere, she goes to the movies or she goes to... she doesn't usually go anywhere because we have our kids, so she doesn't go many places. But I try to play hockey like once or twice a week, you know, and she gets mad about it. And it's like... But
you said she goes out, too.
Oh, yeah, she goes out...
Does she go out drinking?
No.
Does she go to clubs?
No.
She does. Who does she go to the movies with?
Her girlfriends.
Girlfriends. All right. Wow. And you know that for a fact, by the way.
Yes.
And you know for a fact that she would not say she's taking the pill and then not take it.
Yes.
How do you know that for a fact?
We had a miscarriage a couple months ago.
How did that happen if she's on the pill?
She wasn't at the time.
And she was not on the pill, so she was already doing what I said she was going to do.
Well, no, we decided to have a child.
Why did you decide to do that?
I don't know.
What are you doing with your life, pal? Why do you let life wash over you like a tidal wave? I don't understand it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, buck up.
Yeah.
You're a little boy.
Yeah, pretty much.
How about you live like a man?
Yeah.
How about you take control of your life?
Yeah, I need to do that pretty much.
Yeah, but not pretty much. You need to do it 100%. You're an adult.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to be a little boy the rest of your life, Ryan?
No.
With a woman who's older than you telling you what to do all the time and getting pregnant and having more babies? I mean, why?
Tom, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Because
And by the way, why is she on the pill now after having a miscarriage? She doesn't want to have a kid?
She can't because you have to. That's doctor's orders.
Oh, but that's only for a period of time, isn't it?
Oh, no, she's going to stay on it for a little while. We're going to wait.
That's what she said.
That's what I said.
No, it doesn't matter what you said. She puts the pill in her mouth, not you.
Yep.
She is in control. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And do you use condoms 100% of the time?
No.
Right. So you are playing roulette with your life again.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, I am.
Why don't you stop being an idiot?
I don't know, Tom. I've been listening to your show for a couple of months now, and I'm trying to get my life in order and trying to figure out...
Are your parents married?
Yes.
To each other?
Yes.
Is your dad a little pussy?
No.
Well, where is he at a time like this? Doesn't he tell you these things?
No, he told me I was an idiot when I got married.
Okay. So that's two of us who agree on that.
Yeah. At the time, he told me I was an idiot and that I should have, waited. But because he knew what he knew, and me being the dumbass that I am and didn't listen to him, said, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do, and of course I just did what I wanted to do.
Uh-huh. What benefit would there be to you to have a child at this time?
Nothing.
Right.
Except for,
Right. It's all so she can get into your benefit pool.
Yeah, well.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand we hear from military guys all the time? They're big listeners of our show.
Oh, yes, I listen to all the time. I remember you talked a little while ago, about 2 months ago.
I'll bet we did. And you realize that there's a lot of women who are military whores who want to find a guy in the military so she can latch into those benefits.
Yep.
And then take half your pension when she goes.
Yep.
Don't you care about what happens in your future?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to be enslaved by some bitch who hardly has sex with you, except probably when she's ovulating?
Yeah, I think I need to evaluate what I'm doing here.
How about an attorney, Ryan? How about it?
I'll go talk to him. I got the number. I'll go talk to him.
Hang on a second. Dana, what did you want to say to Ryan here?
Okay, first of all, if I hear, I don't know, one more time, I'm going to scream. Brian, back up. Live up. Either, you know what, live up to a decision that you're going to make. But make one. Either stay with her and live with it, or get the hell out, and you need to get the hell out. It sounds like, because you don't know what you want. And why put your life, hers, and the life of a child in the middle of it when you're trying to make a decision that affects all of you? Get out. Tom is right. She's there for a reason, and more than likely, 99% chance it's not a good one.
Yeah. It's just hard. It's a hard decision to make, like, on a whim.
It's a very hard
not.
decision to make.
No, it's not.
It's a hard decision to make.
No, it's not. She's a bitch. She's trying to have a kid so she can suck out your benefits.
Oh, hello, and come on.
She treats you like crap.
Taking the pill and you believe that? I mean, she's taking the pill because you had a miscarriage? And that's the only reason? Dude, open your eyes. Don't get trapped.
Yep.
All right, Dana, thank you. Sharon, what do you want to say to Ryan?
Just want to say to Ryan to strap on a pair, and as soon as you start acting like a man, the sooner she will respect you and start acting less of a bitch. That's about it.
All right.
That's a good point.
All right, Shannon, what did you want to say to Ryan?
Okay, look, Tom, we got to straighten this guy out. Okay, that other Shannon that was just on here a minute ago?
Yeah.
Screw the marriage counseling. He's gone, 6 months out of the year? Are you on the ship, dude? Okay.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be a bitch to you when you get home. She should enjoy your company and be glad that you're home, spending time with her. Okay? Don't do marriage counseling. Dude, you got free legal aid. Use it. Okay? Don't be dumb, okay? Be smart. Just don't get
Listen,
okay?
Ryan, these are women telling you this. Do you hear that?
Yeah, come on, dude. Don't ruin your life. You're 22, man. I'm 22.
There's still time to save yourself.
Yeah, don't get caught up in this and have to deal with it when you're 40, okay? Because then it's just worse and it's more money.
Absolutely. Thank you both.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, the 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number, all right? So you're dating a bitch. You're living with a bitch. You're married to a bitch. Why? Tell us all about it. Now we have Lizzie on the phone. Now, Lizzie, are you a bitch? Is that the deal?
My husband thinks I am, yes.
He does.
He does.
Is he listening?
He may be inside listening. I'm not sure. He probably is. I'm outside.
I see. And
he calls me that every day, actually.
He believes you're a bitch. How long have you been with him?
About 2 years.
You've been married for 2 years.
Almost, yeah.
Right. And are you a bitch?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because he makes me that way.
How can somebody make you be a bitch?
Well, just the way he is.
How is he?
You know, men are boys, and they're so irresponsible.
Well, why did you get married? If that's how men are, why don't you just go be a lesbian?
You know,
It's Seattle. You probably already tried that. What?
I'm saying in retrospect, that's easy to say. But once you're married, it's, you know, it's a very serious issue to get divorced.
Dear, it's not that serious anymore. In fact, you don't have any kids, I see here. You've been married only 2 years.
Yeah.
It's a very easy matter to get out of it.
Yeah.
And what does that say about you, by the way? What does it say about you that you married somebody you feel that way about?
Well, I didn't know it at the time.
Oh, I see. So he was never like this until you married him.
You're very funny.
I'm asking you.
In fact, I did see you at Pike Place in Seattle a couple years ago.
And?
And I was the one who asked you, you've been married 4 times,
right.
divorced 4 times,
right.
and what you thought about fidelity in the marriage. And you know what you said to me?
What?
Not much.
Right, exactly.
What about you?
You know what? You're quoting me accurately. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I saw you there, and I am so surprised at you. You know,
why are you surprised?
Everyone else, and you know what? You can't even be, faithful.
What does this have to do with me?
4 times.
What does this have to do with me? At least, pal, I was honest with you. I was honest with you.
Okay, so what's your point? Let me ask you this.
No, dear. You are not going to turn this around. You called me to talk about you and the guy you married who you think nothing of.
Don't call me dear.
What?
Don't patronize me.
Don't you tell me how to do this program. If you don't want to be treated the way you're being treated, hang up the phone right now.
No.
Hang it up. I'll believe me, dear. If you continue to tell me how to do the show, I will hang up on you.
Oh. Okay.
So we're going to stick to the topic that is at hand here. I am not the topic at hand. You are.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Don't talk to me. And let me tell you something else. Let me tell you something else, you goddamn bitch. Don't you talk to me the way you talk to your husband. I'll kick your ass off the air.
Oh, will ya?
Yes, I will.
You want to slap me?
No, I don't slap anybody, dear. My tongue can wield more damage than a fist ever could.
Okay.
You're not going to drag me in that direction, you bitch.
You want to give it a try then?
I don't need to.
Okay, well, what's your question for me?
I already gave it to you. You weren't paying any attention. And you see, my God, your husband is a complete pussy. And frankly, why you would marry somebody and then treat them like this is beyond me. And I'm sure this is the way you talk to him, too.
Well, so what would
why any man would listen to your mouth, you big windbag, is beyond me. Hello?
Yes?
Why would any man want to listen to you? I'm waiting for the answer, darling.
Oh, I just was waiting for you to finish your tantrum.
Oh, no, I'm not having a tantrum, dear. I know what you're trying to do is inflame me, like you do with your husband. But you see, I've been taunted by the best, and you're hardly that.
I'm just saying what my husband does and why he thinks I'm a bitch.
You are a bitch. He's right.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. So
why he puts up with you is beyond me. He's the man I should be talking to. He's probably afraid of what you'll do to him if he called in.
And you're just like him. You don't give me a chance to talk.
Dear, nobody wants to hear what you have to say or your tone of voice. Believe me.
Say we go to bed at night, okay? He's the man of the house. And he doesn't lock the doors. Okay?
Why is it his job to lock the doors?
I'm sorry?
Why is it his job to lock the doors? You're not capable of locking the doors? What, are you going to break a nail?
Well, no, just say if I said, honey, did you lock the door?
Why is that his responsibility?
I'm just saying.
Why is that his responsibility?
It's not, but if I asked him with a question and he said no, then I'll go lock it myself.
Great.
You understand? So it's like I'm just being, I'm just trying to see, is the house safe, For example.
Instead of asking him, why don't you just do it?
You know what? I do a lot for him.
Oh, yeah, you do him a lot of favors, I'm sure.
You're funny.
Instead of nagging him, why don't you do the stuff yourself?
Because I feel like I do everything myself anyway.
Well, you didn't need to get married, darling, and you don't have to stay married.
Well, the thing is, it's very difficult when you have 3 houses.
What do you mean you have 3 houses?
Yes. How are you supposed to divide them all up?
Oh, it's very simple. You sell them. Or you agree that one gets one gets the other. That's what attorneys are for. That's a weak excuse. People get divorced all the time. Trust me.
Yes, I'm sure you're familiar with that.
I'm very familiar with it, and I'm not ashamed of it. I believe it's called cutting your losses, darling. You love to try to embarrass me here. You talk about meeting me in person. You think you're going to embarrass me with my answer to your stupid question, and then you try to bring up the fact that I'm married 4 times, like that's some big secret you're revealing on the air. You know what? I'm a big man. You cannot embarrass me. You cannot.
Embarrass you? I'm just trying to say
you cannot win an argument with me either, dear, and especially by your usual bitching and screaming and nagging and harassing, which is what you're all about. Yeah, the only problem here is that I don't have any respect for your husband for tolerating you. I hope he's listening, because if there's any justice in this world, he's on the phone right now with an attorney. They're making an appointment to get rid of you permanently.
So you don't think that leaving the car door unlocked or half wide open and losing
complaining about stuff like that is not the problem. It is a symptom of a much bigger problem.
And what would that be?
The fact is that you are a hateful bitch. And you are looking to marry a victim who you could torture for the rest of your life.
Oh.
And that's what you did.
Right.
And the way you talk to me is the way you talk to him, and your opinion is that all men are like this. Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with coming out and admitting you're a lesbian. You go marry Rosie O'Donnell or something.
I guess you're not an animal lover then. You know? It's fine for me to come.
Well, it depends on what kind of animal it is. If it's a bitch, no, I'm not an animal lover.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Mindy, what do you want to say here to Lizzie?
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Mindy.
Liz, you've got problems, dear. You're a total bitch. Jeez. I mean, why are you so mean to your husband like that?
Because she's mean to everybody.
Oh, she's terrible. I think men are awesome.
I
don't know.
At 35, she's a bitter old hag already.
Oh, she's terrible. She probably needs to become a lesbian or something. But she'll probably treat the girls terrible also. But
see, now she's waiting for you to end your tantrum, too.
Yeah.
Because she has no answer to anything you're saying.
Oh, I know. I mean, she's terrible. Poor guy. But, of course, it's his responsibility to get out of the marriage, too. He probably is a pussy.
Well, thank you, Mindy. Since she's not going to say anything, let me bring Daniel in here. Daniel, what do you want to say to Lizzie?
I wanted to tell this used-up, busted-out hag that she's lucky she could even find a man. I would never put up with any crap out of her. A real man takes no crap from a woman, period.
Well, maybe, Lizzie, you know what? Maybe I'm taking too much.
Listen to the way you talk. Who would want to ever put up with your crap?
Listen, what I'm saying is maybe I've just taken too much.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah, like you're being held hostage.
Yeah, like someone's holding a gun to your head. Like you wake up in the morning and someone's telling you have to be a bitch. I don't know. It sounds pretty voluntary to me.
You know what? You are right.
Yeah, so why don't you do something about it? Stop being so bitter. All right, Tom, take me out of here. I've had enough of this.
All right, Daniel, thank you. Kimberly, what do you want to say to Lizzie here?
I think that this bitch needs to learn her place. If she can't handle her household as far as locking a door then she needs more than counseling. She needs to let that poor guy go so that somebody who can take care of him and does know her place as a woman can do so. What do you have to say to that, you bitch?
You know, honey, I don't think you even have half the story. And I didn't portray half the story.
Then tell it. Then don't let him sit there and tell you what's your business. Then tell us your business, give us the whole story, and then we can properly comment.
No, I'm just saying, you know what, I think this guy before you was right. You know, maybe I do need to do something about this. Maybe I've taken too much. I'm tired of being called a bitch, a freak, every goddamn day.
Well, you're all of those.
I know, but I'm tired of living with the hostility and the anger, okay?
Well,
maybe I need to get out.
You think nothing happens in a vacuum, sweetheart?
Listen, what are you so angry with him about? What do you so
He leaves the car door open. How terrible.
No, I mean, it's about the anger is pretty much what it is.
Does he not give you sex regularly? Is he not paying the bills that he's supposed to do regularly? What's making you so angry about this guy?
The way he yells at me.
Well, why does he yell?
Because, obviously, maybe we're not compatible.
Because you're constantly nagging him from the minute you open your eyes in the morning until the minute you close them at night.
Exactly, and so therefore you have.
I'm just saying, the anger is pretty bad. You're right. I think I need to do something about this.
Go to counseling, and if the guy, hey, listen.
No, don't go to counseling. Do him and you a favor and get out.
Yeah, or you know what? Make him go away. Go have.
I hear Lilith there might be coming back this summer.
So then he'll boot you out.
A year ago, and I went out.
Does he beat you?
Probably should.
He doesn't, but he does get pretty crazy.
You have a mouth too. Oops, sorry, Tom, I didn't mean that. You have a mouth too. So you have it for two reasons: to call out when he's having sex with you, and to call your attorney if it's not working out for you. So use it. Use your mouth.
I just feel like divorce is not good.
So
and
instead
I feel like
you hang on and you torment this poor guy and you torment yourself?
You're a failure. You married a guy you're not compatible with.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is, compatible.
Well, then do something about it. Be smart. Don't call a radio program expecting to be validated by somebody.
And then treat me like you treat your husband.
I'm just saying that I am a bitch. Okay, I admit it.
Well, then do something to make yourself not a bitch.
Yeah.
Get counseling. Get help
I don't like
for yourself.
being a bitch. Do you understand? And I have never been a bitch. But sometimes people make you a bitch.
No, honey. Circumstances that you allowed yourself to get into made you a bitch. You have a brain, you have a mind, you have a choice.
Nobody held you hostage and said you have to marry this man.
Exactly.
You chose him.
Nobody held a gun to your head and made you say your vows.
No. Oh, come
and
on.
Nobody
I think that?
And nobody held a gun to your head since day one because this guy didn't open your door for you or lock your doors at your house and make you stay at that home. Period. Do you have kids?
I'm not saying lock my doors. I'm just saying if I ask you and he says yes and then it's no, for example, if I come home after my job at 1 a.m. and the door's wide open, that's another thing. If, he leaves the door of the car open and the dog escapes in the parking lot 3 times.
Obviously you're too deep in this to see. Everybody listening can see this, but you can't. These are symptoms of deeper problems, darling.
Yes.
You probably get into the leaving the toilet seat up argument and the leaving the cap off the milk argument and the toothpaste argument. You probably had all of them. And these are not the problems.
And furthermore, why are you working until 1 a.m.? What are you doing till 1 a.m.?
Well, I was at the time. I'm not anymore.
Are you working now?
Well, actually, it was in the hotel industry at the time, so, yeah.
Well, maybe if you spend a little more time with the guy...
Did Kobe Bryant ever come to town?
I'm sorry?
I said, did Kobe Bryant ever come to town?
Oh, we missed him. Thank goodness.
Okay.
But seriously, do you spend much time with the guy?
I'll let you go.
All right, well, dear, it's wonderful, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be peachy when you walk back into the house and see this guy cowering there in the corner. Tom? Really?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
If I'm getting laid, I don't want to know I'm loved. If you love me, I bet you keep that thought to yourself.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's John on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how you doing?
Hi, John.
Well, I just have to say you are the god of the West Coast, and if it wasn't for you, I'd probably be like the last couple callers, stuck in a rut with some stupid bitch.
How'd you like to be with that last one, Lizzie?
Man, I'm afraid to say I'd probably shoot myself. I mean, if that wasn't the epitome of what a bitch is, I don't know. Mine was close to that, but couldn't have dealt with that one, Tom.
Now, what happened with you?
Well, I've been dating this girl for about 6 months. And about 3 months into the show, or into the relationship, I caught wind of your show and started listening to your show, and things started to register. I'd been being stupid, wasn't protecting myself, had a few conversations about kids, and she was talking, she wanted to have kids, and I didn't want kids, and she kept telling me she was on the pill, and we had an oops, close call, thought she was pregnant. She didn't end up being pregnant. She said the pill wasn't working or something was her excuse. So about 2 weeks after that, like I said, I started listening to your show and so I jimmied up, and she got really pissed off that I started wearing a condom and wanted to know, didn't I trust
So
her?
you dumped that bitch.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis.
I totally agree with you that women can be attention whores, especially for the fact that I live in the city of attention whores, Los Angeles.
We invented attention whoring here.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Grass is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Or call our 24-hour day comment line. The number is area code 310-842-9592. If you've got comments about the show, call 310-842-9592.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Write us, The Tom Leykis Show. Post Office Box 4455, Hollywood, California, 90078. Email us. Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Tom at blowmeuptom.com. We call our comment line. The number is 310-842-9592. From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.